Fascinating discovery of giant skeletons that will challenge the origins of humanity. From the recent discoveries, now it's firmly believed that by many, that history has only been partially told. Let's remember, of course, that bones do disintegrate. Now, over a period of time, it's been realized that there are numerous missing pieces to the puzzle, and that the origin of humanity and the past are far more enigmatic than many scholars are willing to accept. Countless discoveries that have been made over time imprints that the origins of humanity are very different from conventional studies. Religion, ancient texts, and monuments are only partially interpreted by scholars and have been selectively shared. One of the most interesting researchers who has come to challenge traditional scholars and their extremely linear views on history and origins is undoubtedly Michael Tellinger. Michael Tellinger is a scientist, explorer, and international acclaimed author of numerous books. He has also made a number of groundbreaking discoveries regarding ancient civilizations that mysteriously disappeared under dubious circumstances. Michael has become an authority on the ancient vanished civilizations of southern Africa, the mysterious origins of humankind, resonance, cymatics, and the power of sound. His research includes a diverse field of subjects such as archaeology, mythology, human origins, religion, origins of money, spirituality, breakthrough science, and consciousness. Most of his research has focused on the African continent, where he came across intriguing pieces of evidence which are directly at odds with mainstream history. Michael Tellinger said, "One of the most popular books in the world, the Bible, tells us that the gods visited the earth and that they were giants, and this, when it comes up in conversation, usually brings up, laughter and ridicule from people who think this is a joke, and yet the Bible is full of references to giants in our history." It also is believed by many that the stories found in the Bible cannot be considered as firm evidence to support the idea that giants existed on Earth in the distant past. However, it's interesting to note that there are other sources, such as giant skeletons, that point towards the existence of giants. In almost all ancient civilizations, there is evidence to suggest that the giants once inhabited our Earth. The material evidence supporting the theories has also been found throughout the world. One such example is part of the upper leg bone of a being believed to be at least 3.5 meters tall, that's over 10 feet tall. The bone is housed in the Faculty of Medicine at Wits University in Johannesburg, South Africa, since the 1960s. The bone was discovered by miners in northern Namibia and is considered one of the most important and rare specimens of giant beings existing on our planet in the distant past. However, another similar discovery made around the world, a 15-inch long finger found in Egypt, is another impressive discovery that contradicts conventional historical concepts. The image shown were taken in 1988 and were published by one of the leading newspapers in Europe, the Bild of Germany. Researchers from Egypt discovered an artifact that must have belonged to a creature that was about 15 to 17 feet tall in 1988. In 1883, in another impressive case, the Smithsonian Institute sent a team of researchers to Mount Charleston South, and there they reportedly discovered numerous giant skeletons that were between 2.1 to 2.9 meters tall. The giants had been buried with heavy copper bracelets and other items that appeared to have religious or cultural significance. The report also mentions that some of the giants had skulls that looked like compressed or flat-headed, resembling other similar skeletal remains discovered in South America and Egypt. And interestingly, another crucial piece of evidence was a discovery made in Wisconsin. The find was missed by researchers who remained silent and chose not to discuss the lost race of giants found in burial mounds near Lake Delavan, Wisconsin. The mysterious discovery, which was first reported May 4th, 1912, by the New York Times Magazine, claims that at least 18 anomalous skeletons were found in Wisconsin and that they exhibited very strange characteristics unlike any species known to date. The site of the excavation was supervised by Below College and included more than 200 mounds. These skeletons were anomalous and unlike anything seen before, and totally different from any known human species, with supposed heights ranging to 2 to 3 meters. In addition to the human skeletons reported by New York Times Magazine, there's also the famous case of the Giant of Cardiff, a white alabaster statue representing 3.35-meter man showing an exposed penis and hieroglyphic inscriptions. The statue caused a sensation around the world and was displayed in New York City for thousands of paying customers before it was declared false by various New York newspapers, despite the fact that academics at Harvard University and other parties insisted that the statue was in fact genuine. Richard Dewhurst quoted. Now, the fact that there are megalithic structures that have been discovered around the world could be another indication that giants inhabited the earth in the past. In ancient Egypt, for example, we have numerous hieroglyphs representing beings that are up to 5 times the size of ordinary humans. In the Khafre Valley in Egypt, we find one of the most incredible ancient temples built with gigantic limestone blocks, some as large as 9.14 meters long, weighing more than 200 tons. This fact makes one wonder how it was possible for ancient humanity to erect such monuments with the accuracy and precision that they did thousands of years ago. Graham Hancock explains this well in his book Fingerprints of the Gods, The Evidence of Earth's Lost Civilization. He says, there are currently only 2 overland cranes in the world that could lift weights of this magnitude. These 2 large industrialized machines with floating barriers that reach more than 67 meters in the air require 160-ton counterweights on board to prevent them from tipping over. The preparation time for a single lift is approximately 6 weeks and requires up to 20 knowledgeable men on specialized equipment. In other words, moderate builders with all the advantages of high-tech engineering at their disposal can barely lift weights of 200 tons. So all of the above discoveries of giant skeletons and facts are proof that history, as we have been told, is completely wrong or misinterpreted or incomplete. The fact that leading researchers around the world have overlooked in an attempt to promote an ideology specific to today's society. And you might also be interested in reading the book Chariot of the Gods. This is on Infinity Explorers by Ansh Srivastava. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.